Senators are on the air, on the road today against the Gaithersburg Giants. Southern Maryland and Gaithersburg. Senators up at the top of the South and Giants way in the basement in the North. They have struggled this season, trying to get back on track after a loss to the Big Train last night. Senators split a doubleheader on the road against the Grays. Well, got a chance to sit down with Scott Middleton before this one and talk to him about that Grays game and then previewing this one against the Giants. Here's how that went. Pre-game, Senators and Giants here talking with Senators head coach Scott Middleton. And, Coach, it was certainly an interesting one yesterday. First game loss, it was a tight one. You had opportunities. Ultimately, just came up a little short late. Pre-game, Senators and Giants here talking with Senators head coach Scott Middleton. And, Coach, it was certainly an interesting one yesterday. First game loss, it was a tight one. You had opportunities. Ultimately, just came up a little short late. How do you assess that first game and kind of just your review of that first contest from yesterday?
We beat ourselves. I mean, just being honest about it, we bang them, lob the ball over first, allowed the runner to beat it out, or we're out of that inning. The whole pine tar bat situation, it ended up tying the game and took a run off the board. Yeah, so right there, I mean, three crucial runs that we allowed off of just, let's just be honest with it, bonehead mistakes. But hey, the guys will learn from it. They have learned from it. They're going, and we'll be fine.
And then that second game was also a real oddity. You guys got no hit, but still ended up winning the game. How about the performance from the starter, Nick Wimberly, and what he gave you guys?
Wimberly was, once he found his fastball, he was money. He was hard to hit. I think he gave up one hit on a slider that he threw when it probably should have been on the fastball, situation. But hey, he did outstanding. I mean, pounded the zone. He wanted that seventh inning, and his pitch count. It was, and I think this is the first time I've gone over in the 90 mark, and the competitor in him, he wanted it, but you have to shut him down after that. But outstanding. But weird game. We got no hit. We won 1-0. First time in my coaching career that I've been a part of that. You've seen it, through major leagues and other games, but my first time being a part of it.
Yeah. So you snapped a 5-game losing streak the other day against the Aces, and now you've won 2 of your last 3. Do you think it was more of an energy thing or more of a confidence thing, little of both? What would you chalk that up to, these winning 2 of the last 3 after you had the 5 straight losses after a great start to the season?
Good question. To be honest, I don't know. The guys, they know that we got to get back the way we were playing ball earlier in the season. We're leaving way too much runs on the bases where earlier we were getting them in. But the guys, like we said all along, they fought. They stayed in the game. They played. They're fighting, but it's not the way it was early in the season. But we talked yesterday after the game. They'll get back on track, and I expect to see a very good performance today by the boys.
And are there any technical things that you can try to do to get more base runners in to get scored, or is it's really just kind of you got to do your job each at bat?
Well, you always got to do your job each at bat. I mean, we have to have better approaches at the plate, but at the same time, and I talked to my third base coach about this last night after the game. We need to be more aggressive on the base. We're starting to be too conservative on the situations where make them throw us out. If they start throwing us out, then we'll pull back. But realistically, we're not being as aggressive as we were earlier in the season, for whatever reason, and that's going to change today. If we get on, expect we're going to run.
Now, you got a good performance out of the bullpen yesterday. It took piecing things together a little bit, but they were able to figure it out in the second game. What'd you like about Jace Kinane and kind of his calm out of the bullpen and what he was able to do?
Tough situation. I mean, Alan Miller, Alan's been really reliable all season, and sometimes you just don't have it. And he was high in the zone. 2 batters walked, 2 batters. We had to yank him. Jace is more of a controlled pitcher where he's upper 80s, but he'll pound the zone. And Jace got exactly what we needed. He got a fly out to left field and then a double play ball. Jace needed that. We needed that for confidence-wise for Jace. His first 2 outings, were kind of rough. And yesterday for him to get the fly ball and get the double play ball, that's huge for him. And I see good things for Jace, but big time performance.
And then back to today, your starter on the mound is Mark Lubier. He's been a little rocky to start the season, but I know you got a lot of confidence in him, and he was with the team last year. What do you like about the way he pitches and what he brings to this team?
Mark's going to find it. I mean, like last year, early on in the season, it took him a few times, had to get his pitch count up, get him back in the groove of things. Mark, last outing, once he settled down after that 1 inning, I mean, he was the Mark of old.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping and I have all the confidence that we're going to see that tonight. The way Mark pounds his zone, hopefully keep the pitch count low, let the defense work, and hopefully he can give us a good 5-6 innings.
Thanks, Coach. Pre-game between the Giants and Senators. Lineups coming your way after this short break. You're listening to it on the Senators Baseball Network. Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. Welcome back to Chris Bell Automotive Field. Senators and Giants coming your way in just moments. We'll send you to a break for the national anthem, but before that, your starting lineups as promised before the break. For the Senators, it's led off as always by the shortstop Nick Flores, followed by Adam Truck. He'll play center field and bat second. In the 3 spot, the left fielder Logan Tribble playing first base, and in the cleanup spot is Steven Krause. Hitting 5th, the catcher Jax Nichols. Danny Surwick will bat 6th and play 3rd. The right fielder Carter Groen, he will hit 7th. In the 8th spot, Alex Martin, the designated hitter, and rounding out the order, Cale Vinson, the second baseman. Making the start today for the Senators will be Mark Lubier on the mound, a returner to Southern Maryland. Nate Houghton Henley leads things off for the Giants. He's the center fielder. Playing left and batting second is Danny Orr. The first baseman, Andrew Holub, will bat third. In the fourth spot, Colin Hughes is the designated hitter. Hitting third and batting fifth is Bryce Rudisil. Hitting sixth, the shortstop, Cade Hentz. And then in the seventh hole, Aaron Babave, the right fielder. Playing second and hitting eighth, Michael Cantiliano. In the ninth spot, Zach White will handle the catching. Set for action between the Senators and Giants, 14-10 Southern Maryland. Gaithersburg, they're away at the bottom of the North standings, 5-21 this season. 14 games back of the big train. They're just trying to figure out things after what was an unbelievable year a season ago for the Giants. They won the entire North. Trying to figure things out as we go to the back half of this Cal Ripken League season, set for 40 games. Senators are on number 25. This is number 27 for the Giants this afternoon. Well, we're going to send you to break and be back with first pitch. Senators and Giants coming up in just moments from Criswell Automotive Field. Can't wait to bring it your way in just moments. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. If you want to stay up to date with all things Senators, follow the collegiate team's social media accounts. You can follow the team at Southern MD Senators on Instagram or Go SOMD Senators on X to keep up with the team. You'll get score updates, final score graphics, access to articles, and so much more. Go check out the Senators on social media and don't miss a moment this season. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more. Had some light rain come through the area pregame, but it is once again sunny and ready to play some baseball. Brady Fox, he gets the start today for the Gaithersburg Giants. 5'10" left-hander, just finished up his freshman season over at UMBC. This year he threw 37 1/3, had an 8.92 ERA. But to pitch as many innings as he did as a freshman is incredibly important, getting great experience over at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, a school that made its name popular for a 16-1 upset in March Madness a couple years back. They beat Virginia by nearly 20 points in the first round. Well, anyway, it's Brady Fox who gets the start this afternoon. Trying to find his way through the Senators lineup that's been a little slow recently, but boy, can they put runs up in a hurry. Yesterday, they only had 4 runs on the day. A real oddity in game number 2 where they won despite being no hit. 1-0 victory for the Senators. Talked about it in our coach's pregame show with Scott Middleton. He said that was the first time he had ever been involved in one of those in his coaching career. Something that does happen from time to time, but an oddity in baseball to win a game and yet be no hit at the same time. Nick Flores will lead things off for the Senators today, just as he did in both contests yesterday. First pitch is swung on and ripped down the right field line. Over there chasing Babayev. It is out of play. Well, the dimensions on this one pretty odd. Criswell Automotive Field. It is 350 all the way around, from right to left field, dead center, to the gaps, all 350. A long look in, now the 0-1. Flores takes strike 2. Got the inner half with a fastball. From about the right corner to right center field, it is a 5-foot wall. The pitch upstairs, 1-2. Same thing for left field, the left corner out to left center, and then about right center to left center field, it is a 10-foot wall. So it's a little higher up in center field, but 350 all around, the 1-2. Swinging a soft liner towards the first baseman, who puts it away. Andrew Holland makes the grab for out number 1. So a good start to this one for Brady Fox. Retires the first batter he faces, and he will work out of the windup with no men aboard. Lefty on lefty to Adam Trock in the 2 spot today for Scott Middleton. The pitch, fastball in at the knees, strike 1. Trock, the center fielder, a real speedster, stole 3 bases in the 2 games yesterday. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Scott Middleton has really emphasized trying to score runners when they get them on. The 0-2 in the dirt. Bounce before home that time. Trock hitting .364 this season. Leads the team in that category. He's been unreal. And walks nearly the same amount as he strikes out. And then you add on top of that the danger factor he is when he's on base. The 1-2. Swinging a fly ball into shallow left center field. In comes Orr, dives, made the catch. Nice grab by the left fielder to set down Adam Trock for out number 2. In steps Logan Tribble, right-handed hitting left fielder. He was hitting 9th to begin the season. Scott Middleton really liked how he was turning over the lineup. Jump-starting things for the Senators in a way. First pitch, fastball, strike. But because Tribble was hitting so well, Middleton was almost forced to move him up. The 0-1 swung on and popped in the air, foul down the right side. Tribble batting .333 on the season. Because he was doing that, Scott Middleton had to move him up to this 3 spot. Saw him at the 5 hole for a little bit and then eventually up to the 3. The 0-2 upstairs, ball 1. He's also displayed some improved power this season. He's got a home run, couple extra base hits. The pitch. Dribble, swings and lines it through the right side, base hit. 2-out base runner for the Senators in the first. And that'll give way to Steven Krause, a left-handed batter, second on the team in RBIs. And despite some concerning strikeout numbers, boy, does he pack some punch, rather. Two away, top of the first inning. Man aboard in Logan Tribble. Had some pregame rain, but not any more on the forecast per se. Still some ominous clouds looming over top. First pitch to Krause, swing and a miss. Krause had a streak just over a week back where he recorded doubles in 3 straight contests. He had a number of balls right on the screws yesterday, but was hitless against the Grays. The pitch, runner goes, misses low, throw down to second, not in time. Dribble into second safely with a nifty slide. There's a man in scoring position and a 1-1 count on Krause. Here's an interesting one for Steven Krause. When we spoke with him a little earlier in the season, he said that he hadn't hit a triple in about 2 or 3 years. He bounces this one to first, backhanded by Holub, on to Fox covering the bag in time to end the inning. Senators leave one aboard in the first. We go to the bottom of 1. Giants bats do it for the first time tonight. And the first you'll hear of Mark Lubier. We'll tell you more about him after this break.
Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today. Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family-owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority 1.
Mark Lubier gets the start today for Scott Middleton and the Senators. Boy, was he fantastic a season ago with Southern Maryland. 5.29 ERA, 0-4 record. That doesn't really tell the whole story. He had 5 starts where he went 5 innings or more. That includes a couple of games where he was able to only give up 2 runs. Threw 5 1/3 innings of 1-run ball in the first game of the league championship series last year against the Big Train. Senators went on to lose that contest 9-2, but the only reason they were in that game early because a fine performance from Mark Lubier. So trying to put it together once again this season. He's been off to a little bit of a slow start. Lubier a 10.6 ERA at this moment. He's made 4 starts in the season. Last time out against the Big Train got hit around early. And now here's the first pitch to Houghton Henley. Takes a changeup inside, ball 1. Auden Henley, the center fielder, leads things off today. The pitch upstairs, 2-0. Middleton still insists that Lubier will start to put it together. Has so much confidence. The 2-0. Fastball, strike at the knees. Just trust that Mark Lubier has the stuff, has the confidence. The 2-1. Swinging a foul to the screen. Big thing for Lubier is just throwing strikes. That's what Scott Middleton's emphasized to him. From the windup, the pitch. Swinging a line drive foul down the right side. Kicks off a storage container down that right side out of play. Reminder, it is 3:50 all around here at Criswell Automotive Field. Bottom of the first inning, Senators and Giants. The 2-2 upstairs. Auden Henley, super talented player, just finished up high school 2 months ago. Certainly a big-time adjustment for these high school kids. Auden Henley's done well. 3-2. Swinging in a liner into the right center field gap. That's down. Groen is able to cut it off. Auden Henley, a large round, but he'll stay at first. And a leadoff base runner for the Giants. So leadoff base runner against Lubier. And just trying to get the confidence there has been a big thing for Mark this season. He's walked 10 across 9 1/3 so far this season. The set and the pitch. Swinging a liner out of play. Jax Nichols behind home plate, vocal early as he usually is. Lubier figured it out down the stretch last season. The pitch upstairs, 1-1. Lubier had some big-time performances late in the season a year ago. One of those against the Big Train, and then another signature performance was when Lubier went 7 innings against Alexandria. That was July 11th. Check on a runner back standing goes Houghton Henley. And the throw back to the mound is wide. Houghton Henley goes up to second. Oh, rare that you see that. And Kraus threw it back to Lubier. It went off his glove. Surwick was able to corral the ball, but Houghton Henley able to get a free 90. Lubier, the set, and the 1-1. Runner goes. Up and in, ball 2, no throw down to third. Early on still, runner threatening for the Giants. No outs, bottom of the first inning. No score, Senators and Giants. The 2-1. Curveball strike at the knees. Pretty pitch that time by Lubier. And to finish up on that thought against the Aces last season, that was July 11th. Only gave up 2 runs. Senators lost a tough one on the road, 3-2. But they got 7 innings from Lubier. 2-2, swing and a miss down in the dirt. Nichols looks down to third, throws to first, and guns down Orr. Houghton Henley forced to stay at third. So a big first out for Mark Lubier that holds Nate Houghton Henley, and there's one down. Lubier, not a guy that strikes him out at a really high rate. He will do it in moments where he needs to. 8 strikeouts across 9 2/3 now this season. From the windup, first offering to Andrew Holub. There's a fastball in there, strike 1. Holub, the first baseman this afternoon for Gaithersburg. Just recently joined this team out of the University of Iowa, the 0-1. Swinging in a pop-up, left side of the infield. Surwick makes the call for it and makes the grab. 2 down. A clutch 2 outs for Mark Lubert, and he's got a chance to get out of this inning unscathed. Colin Hughes, left-handed hitting DH, listed on the roster as a catcher. You've got 3 of them on this team. That McNally, Hughes, and White. First pitch outside, ball 1. White gets the start behind the dish today. So they move Hughes to the DH spot. Wind in the 1-0. Check swing, and he takes upstairs, ball 2. Senators in their classic gray road uniforms. It's the light powder blue with the dark blue sleeves for the Giants. And then they got the Giants reading in navy across the chest. White numbering in the bottom left part of the front of the jersey. And big white numbers on the back. The pitch. Upstairs. 3-0. Colin Hughes had a 5-game hitting streak to begin the season. The pitch. Fastball in there. 3-1. This year at VCU, Colin Hughes played limited time, recorded 2 hits and 13 at-bats. The pitch in there, strike 2. Hughes thought it was ball 4, threw the bat. But now he's got to lock back in for a 3-2 pitch. Hughes' college teammates with the Senators shortstop Nick Flores. Now they duel during the summer months. The payoff pitch. Hughes takes cold, strike 3. How about that from Mark Lubert? Gives up a leadoff base knock. Strikes out 2 to end the inning. Great stuff from Mark Lubert. 1 left aboard for the Giants in the first. No score after 1 from Criswell Automotive. We're back after this.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. The newest addition to the Senators family is the Maryland Lady Senators softball team. With an 18U team forming, 14U and 10U teams, the Lady Senators coaches and staff strive to help players reach their fullest potential both on and off the field. With the team just finishing their 2nd season, you can join in the future by registering at ladysenators.com. Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today.
No score, top of the 2nd, Senators and Giants. Top team in the South against the bottom of the North in the Gaithersburg Giants. They have really struggled this season, 5-21 compared to a 14-10 Senators squad. Jax Nichols will lead things off in the top of 2 for Southern Maryland. First offering, he takes outside, ball 1. Brady Fox still on the mound. 5'10" left-hander out of UMBC. Saw some good time there this season. The pitch, swinging a foul back. Fifth time these teams are playing this season. Last time it was exactly here at Criswell Automotive. Split a doubleheader. Senators won the first game. The pitch, Swinging a bouncer back up the middle. Second baseman Cantiliano backhands. Throws out Nichols for out number 1. This is Danny Surowick, left-handed hitting third baseman. He's really coming to his own with the Senators this summer. Tied for the team lead with 2 home runs. The kick and the pitch. Takes low, ball 1. Glad you can join us today on the Senators Baseball Network. Once again on the road, Southern Maryland will be back home tomorrow. The 1-0 fastball strike. First appearance this summer with the Giants, just brought onto the team a couple of days back. From the windup, his 1-1, outside ball 2. Fox, newest addition for Gaithersburg, listed on the roster as a utility guy. We'll see if he plays the field. 2-1, swinging a foul tip, strike 2. No scouting report to be had on him in the summer months. Shakes off his catcher before approving the 2-2. Low and outside, ball 3. Surowick stole 4 bases yesterday against the Grays, 2 in each of the games. The pitch. Swinging a liner deep out to right center field. Back goes Babayev, and it's down in the corner. Surowick cruises into second, and he's got a 1-out double. Surowick puts a charge into 1, and Southern Maryland has a man in scoring position for Carter Groen. Not the year he's hoped for after a magical one last summer with the Senators. Year ago was tied for the lead league in home runs. Had 10, tied Andrew Williamson of the Bethesda Big Train. Each of them hit 1 in the playoffs, had 9 regular season homers. First pitch swinging and pops it foul behind home. Carter Groen led the team in on-base plus slugging last season. That's a stat where anything over 1,000 is considered pretty elite. Groen logged in over 1,100 OPS with the Senators. That's just been a little slow this summer. Here's the 0-1. Takes upstairs. 1-1. He's had some big-time moments, though. No doubt about that. Biggest one earlier this season against the Aces on the road. Hit a game-tying 2-run homer. The pitch swung on and flown into shallow right. The first baseman, Hollab, is underneath it and gloves it 2 down. So with that, there's 2 down in the top of the second inning. No score, Senators and Giants. Fox out of the stretch with a runner on. First pitch to Alex Martin is a strike in at the belt. Martin DHing today for Southern Maryland. Was quality back on Monday against the Thunderbolts. That was a game on the road. Following that, Senators got 2 days off. The pitch. Swinging a liner back to the screen, foul. Had quite the debut with the Senators back on June 20th against the Crop Dusters. Knocked in the go-ahead runs in the 8th inning with a big-time double. That's how you get on the right side of a head coach. Martin, a wide right-handed batting stance. Fox from the belt. His pitch. Swung on and ripped back to the screen once more. Well, you've seen this as a trend recently. Senators seeing a lot of 2-strike pitches. Scott Middleton certainly got to be pleased about that. not giving up easy in these at-bats. Carter Groen fouled off 6 pitches yesterday in an AB. The pitch, strike 3 called. Down goes Martin, and that does it for the second inning. Senators leave one stranded after a one-out Danny Surwick double, and we are knotted up at 0. Going to the bottom of the second, Senators and Giants right here on the Senators Baseball Network.
If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland. Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Surwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change. Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system.
The left-handed hitting Bryce Rudisil leads things off in the bottom of 2 for the Giants. Scoreless tie between Southern Maryland and Gaithersburg as we go bottom 2. First offering, Rudisil takes upstairs, ball 1. Rudisil last played on Monday, the pitch. Swinging a jam shot foul down the left side. On Monday, that was a doubleheader against the Crop Dusters. He was 3 for 10 across both games, struck out twice. Didn't play yesterday in the loss to the Big Train. KK the 1-1. Fastball outside, 2-1. Rudisil this season batting .234. That's been kind of average for the Giants team. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Mark Lubier now finding the zone with great consistency. Something Scott Middleton has asked from him a lot. The pitch. Swung and popped in the air, foul behind home. Lubier will dispose of that baseball and ask for a new one. A lot of fun pregame activities today to be had. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs, bottom 2. The pitch. Swinging a jam shot into shallow center field. Back goes Flores, who makes the grab, 1 down. It's exactly what Lubier is looking for. And now he has some communication between pitches with Jax Nichols to laughing it off. Giants, despite having the worst record in the league, they're near the middle in terms of batting average. The pitch, fastball high, ball 1. Giants have really struggled with the errors defensively. That's what's hurt them this season. Just beating themselves. The 1-0. High and tight. When Lubier's filled up the strike zone, he's been effective. That's what he did after a rocky first inning last time out against the Big Train. Just a 2-0 fastball in at the knees, strike one. That was a doubleheader last Sunday against the Big Train. Threw in the second game, 3 innings. The pitch swinging a liner over the head of a jumping Surwick into the left field corner. Hustling for second goes Hentz, and now will decide against it. Nice throw in from Logan Tribble. And that'll hold Hentz to a long single. 1 out and a man on for Gaithersburg. And Aaron Babayev will swing it from the left side. Right fielder. It's just a Giants team that seemed to have no answers this season. First pitch takes low. Babayev started his college career at Tulane. Only spent the fall semester there this year. He decided to transfer to the College of San Mateo, where he got significant playing time. The 1-0 outside. Entered that winter transfer portal before the season had begun. Made a huge impact with the College of San Mateo. Hit .324 with 4 homers, heading over 1,100 on base plus slugging. The pitch, runner goes, misses high, throw down to second, got him! Jax Nichols delivers a dart down to second, and there's 2 away. Nichols caught a couple of guys stealing yesterday against the fastest team in the league. Does so once again today. The 3-0 is swung on and mashed. High and deep out to center field. Back a couple of steps goes Trock, who will make the grab on the warning track and end the inning. Mark Lubier threw 2 clean, looking good today. No score after 2 innings from Gaithersburg.
In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today.
Jack Ewert left town back on Tuesday. Because of that, a couple of weeks back, Scott Middleton brought in this kid, Cale Vincent. First offering to him, he takes a strike on the inner edge. Middleton really likes the veteran presence that Vincent brings to the team. The pitch checks his swing and takes outside, 1-1. Vincent, a native of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Number of those guys on this team, the 1-1. Fastball high. Amongst those, Jax Nichols, of course Vincent, and then a former Senator, played for the team last season. Nathan Brewer, the 2-1. Up and away, ball 3. Brewer started with the team this season. Saw very limited time because he was dealing with a hand injury. Ultimately unable to get fully healthy. The 3-1 waved at. And because of that injury, Brewer was told by Scott Middleton, hey, just go get healthy, worry about that, get ready for next college season. 3-2. Swinging a foul tip, unable to glove it behind home is White. So Vincent able to battle it off and stay alive. Senators have really had to piecemeal things together this season because of a number of injuries. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, and he walked him. Just what the doctor ordered. A leadoff man aboard in the 3rd inning for the Senators. Three of the 4 runs they scored yesterday came off of leadoff base runners, so that's been a big trend for the Senators as of late. This brings up Nick Flores, back to the top of the order. First pitch, takes high, and it's off the catching gear of White. All the way to the backstop. Up goes Vincent to second. Nick Flores has been the definition of consistency this whole season for Southern Maryland. Started off the season maybe a little slow for his standards, but was still hitting right around that 270 mark. The pitch, swinging a fly ball foul behind home. Top of the 3rd inning in a scoreless tie between the Senators and Giants. Brady Fox out of the stretch. Pitching his first game of the summer season. Here it comes. Down and in. Fox surrendered a hit in each of the first 2 innings. Base knock here would be costly. Got Vincent at second. Flores at the dish. The pitch. Swung on a foul back. Strike 2. Flores had 9 homers this year at the college level. Still yet to record one this season for the Senators. A lot of unique dimensions in this Cal Ripken League. This one may be the most unique of them all. 350 all around the outfield. The pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to third. On charges Rudisil. Gloves off bounce throw to first. In time. Nice play by the man they call Rudy, Bryce Rudisil. Nice play charging onto the grass. There's one down. Hitting second today, Adam Schrock. This is the spot he's been in all season. Only missed 1 game for the Senators. Lefty on lefty to Schrock. First pitch, squares to bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. Schrock, a real danger to allow him to bunt. He's got 16 steals this season, and boy, he can burn it down the line. Made a couple of nice plays out in center field, showcasing the speed yesterday. The 0-1. Swinging a bouncing ball to third. Rudisil gloves and guns down Schrock for the second out of the inning. So a couple of balls come Rudisil's way. He makes it look easy, and there's 2 down in the 3rd inning. In steps Logan Tribble with a man in scoring position. Tribble reached in his first 13 plate appearances to begin the season. He was on an unbelievable streak. Couple of errors in that time. First pitch backs him up, ball 1. Walked a number of times there as well. Couple of hits for Tribble. Boy, he was reaching any way possible early in the season. Returner with the Senators. He's been much improved this season. He was quality last year as well. The 1-0. Swinging and a miss. So Senators have put some nice swings against Brady Fox, but still yet to tally a run. The 1-1, low and in, ball 2. Vincent dancing off a second, distracting Fox quite a bit. Sun is high up over home plate. Our first pitch temperature today was 87 degrees. It's cloudy overhead. The 2-1 in the dirt, and it kicks off our home plate umpire. Advancing up to third is Vincent, and he's safe. Nifty slide going into third by Vincent. Rudisill thought he had tagged him out. Nonetheless, he is called safe, and now we will turn our attention to the home plate umpire. Vincent with a smile on his face. Took a lot of dirt to the face sliding into third. So the count here will be 3-1 on Logan Tribble with 2 outs in the top of the third. He's got the mask back on and ready to go once more. Senators threatening here in the third inning. 3-1 count on Tribble. There are 2 outs. Wind and the pitch outside, and he walked him. Logan Tribble reaches, and in steps Steven Krause, chance to knock him home. Couple of walks in the inning after Fox hadn't handed out any free passes in the first 2. So losing the thread a little bit is Fox in this third inning. When you let the defense work, they've done well. First pitch, Krause swings and bounces it to second. Quintiliano unable to glove it. It bounds into right field. Tribble pulls into third. Vincent will easily score. Senators have the first one today. 1-0 Southern Maryland in the third. So Quintiliano waited back on it, took a tough hop, and he was unable to glove. So by putting balls in play, good things can happen. Southern Maryland has only struck out once in this game. That's a big piece of what they're doing today. Southern Maryland first on the board. The pitch, Nichols swings and misses up out of the zone. Strike 1. Well, no hits this inning, but a run for the Senators in the third. The 0-1 waved at, strike 2. Well, doesn't that feel similar familiar for the Senators? Yesterday, they didn't have a hit the whole game and won 1-0. Don't have a hit in this inning, and yet it's the only one they've scored in. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Got him chasing out of the zone, but the Senators able to plate one in the third inning. They lead 1-0. Back off to Mark Lubier, who's throwing a gem to this point, trying to keep things going out on the bump. 1-0. We had bottom 3, Senators and Giants, on the Senators Baseball Network.
If you want to stay up to date with all things Senators, follow the collegiate team's social media accounts. You can follow the team at Southern MD Senators on Instagram or Go SOMD Senators on X to keep up with the team. You'll get score updates, final score graphics, access to articles, and so much more. Go check out the Senators on social media and don't miss a moment this season. We've got an offer you won't want to miss out on. Over the summer, the Senators collegiate team will be hosting a youth baseball camp throughout June and July, available to ages 7 through 14. Take the opportunity to get personalized advice from Senators players and coaches and elevate your game to the next level. For specific dates and times, go to somdsenators-cal.com to learn more. A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search somdbluecrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team.
Michael Quintiliano, left-handed hitting second baseman, will lead things off in the third inning. He's a utility guy for the Giants. He's played both the infield and outfield this season for Gaithersburg. Scouting report this season on the Giants, they just haven't been able to win the close ones. Most recently lost 9-7 last night to the Big Train. First pitch strike at the knees. But there's examples like that all up and down the schedule for the Giants. Back on Wednesday, lost 10-9 to the Crop Dusters. Before that, 6-4 to the Aces. The pitch. Swinging a liner into the right center field gap. That's down. Groen cuts it off, so it'll be a leadoff single for Michael Quintiliano. Gaithersburg has had a hit in every inning to this point. Got a single to lead things off from Nate Houghton-Henley in the first. And then a one-out knock from Cade Hentz last inning. He was caught stealing. Catcher Zach White for the first time today. From the stretch, the pitch. Inside, ball one. And then even before that, back on June 29th, a week ago on Sunday, they lost 2-1 to the Grays. So they have not been able to win close contests. The 1-0, swinging a soft liner through the right side, base hit. Quintiliano will hold that second. And two base runners to start things off for the Giants in the third. And out comes Ryan Kaslavage. Had a lot of fun with him pregame. We're talking about different pitch grip types. And then that turned into me talking to them about how I could throw a baseball. And that ultimately got into me going out into the bullpen and actually throwing. They were guessing how hard I could throw. I'll give it to Dawson Smale. He was right on. 58 miles an hour was the top speed that I got to. Keep in mind, folks, I haven't thrown seriously a baseball in terms of pitching in about 6-7 years, I would say. Sixth grade was the last time that I played in a competitive nature. Of course, you still go out and throw with the brothers when you're back home, but that was the last time I threw in any competitive atmosphere. What really concerned me was the lack of control I had on the pitches. Got to throw to Logan Quaid, who's a new addition to the Senators. Here is the first pitch to Houghton-Henley. He takes inside, and it hit him. Nicks off the left hip, and now the bases are loaded with no outs. Well, this is a concerning situation for the Senators. No outs, 3 men on. Bottom of the third inning, Senators in front 1-0. Corners of the infield in, middle back, double play depth. First pitch in there, strike one. This is Danny Orr, who struck out swinging back in the first inning. The 0-1, waved at, strike two. Lubier back into the lineup with the bases loaded. Or a unique batting stance. Moves his bat a lot. The pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tip, excuse me. Just barely got a piece on a pitch that it looked like bounced at the same time he was able to hit it. So still no outs in the inning. 1-0 Senators, bottom 3. The 0-2. Way up. It's all set up here for Danny Orr. He's been a big piece of the team this season, hitting .308 on the year. 15 runs batted in. The 1-2. Swinging a fly ball. Medium deep center field. Drock in a couple of steps, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Cantiliano. It's cut off by Kraus, and he slips as he was going to throw to third. So advancing there safely is Zach White. Houghton Henley holds at first. Giants have one on the board. So it'll go down as a sac fly for Danny Orr. It's actually a great call out by Jax Nichols, telling Kraus to cut it off and throw to third. They may have had a chance at Zach White for Kraus not slipping on the infield grass. So in the 3 spot, Andrew Holub. This is exactly why you put him here. 2 men on, 1 out. The pitch upstairs, ball 1. Big thing for Lubier this season, trying to limit innings where teams really hit him around. Here it comes, runner goes, pitch misses high, fakes the throw down to second. And so easily reaching goes Houghton Henley, his second stolen base today. This contest being played a little earlier in the afternoon, Senators and Giants. It was a 4 p.m. first pitch time. It's cloudy and about 86 degrees at the moment. The pitch. Drops in there with a changeup, strike 1. So the intensity has really ratcheted up in this ball game. Tied at 1. Bottom 3, the 2-1, high and tight. So back a little more to my pitching saga earlier today. As I said, the command was the real trouble. There was Dawson Weatherall who was getting ready out kind of near the bullpen, back behind the dugout of the Senators. Here's the 3-1, waved at, strike 2. Took something off at that time. Nice pitch from Lubier. And when I went from the windup through, the time that I actually hit 58 miles an hour, it went way outside of the throwing area. The 3-2 swung on and popped into the air, foul ground. Over there goes Kraus, near the fence, out of play, and he doesn't have room. So it'll land innocently as a souvenir. And Holub able to stay alive. Gaithersburg already with a run in the inning, threatening with more. A lot of the games that they've won this season have been blowouts in their favor. Close games have not been their friend. The payoff pitch. Holub checks his swing down in the dirt. And he held up. It's ball 4. So they're loaded up for Colin Hughes. Left-handed hitting, designated hitter. That's been his role a lot this season. Hughes a quality bat. The pitch fouled back off the catching gear of Jax Nichols. Boy, he has taken a beating recently, and a lot has been asked of him. He's been the everyday catcher for the Senators over these last 4 games after Chet Bowling got injured a couple of games ago. He's expected to be back tomorrow against the Crop Dusters. At least that's what Scott Middleton told me earlier in the week. Bases loaded. Lubier from the windup. The pitch in the dirt. Hughes started off the campaign with a 5-game hitting streak. He's hitting .339 this year with the Giants. The 1-1. Misses low. One away in the home half of the third. Tied at 1, Giants and Senators. Lubier toes the first base side of the rubber. Peers over his glove. Now his pitch. Swung on and popped in the air. Foul territory. Surwick chasing it, and it is out of play. Just past the bullpen. Boy, does this feel like a big moment here. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in the third. Senators tried to limit the damage. A long look at Nichols. Now he's ready. The pitch. Swinging a high bouncing ball to Krause at first, and it's off his leg. 1 run will score, and the bases will remain loaded. Everyone's safe. 2-1 Giants. So Colin Hughes reaches on an error by Steven Krause. And that'll bring up Bryce Rudisill. Another left-handed batter. First pitch fouled to the screen. Rudisill walked a whole ton last summer in the New York Collegiate League. The pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball through the right side, base hit. 1 run will score. They hold the next man up at third. That is Andrew Holub. And tack on another. Out comes Scott Middleton, and that will do it for Mark Lubier today. He threw 2 in the third, gave up 3 runs. Only one of those will end up being earned. So Mark Lubier with a decent start today. He was really good through the first 2 innings, but all of a sudden in the third, Giants able to crack through against Mark. Giants 3, Senators 1. There's only 1 out and the bases loaded in the third inning. New pitcher to introduce you to for the Senators after this.
Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland.
Alan Miller, new man. First pitch is a fastball inside to start off Cade Hentz, trying to keep things rolling for the Giants in the third inning. They're in front 3-1 over the Senators. Mark Lubier's day is done. The 1-0. Check swing foul back to the screen. And if you listen to our coach's pregame show, you heard about Alan Miller. He pitched yesterday, walked the first 2 batters he faced. Middleton took him out. That's why he's here again today. The pitch inside, ball 2. Middleton knew immediately that Miller wasn't working with his ace stuff, so he took him out yesterday and brings him in for this one. because of the really limited pitch count, he's able to do so. 2-1. Outside with a heater. Gaithersburg trying to really open this one up. Senators and Giants last weekend split a doubleheader, the 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk, and in comes another run for the Giants. It's 4-1, Gaithersburg in front. And the last man to bat in this inning is Aaron Babayev. Bases are still loaded with only 1 out. Left-handed hitting Babayev. First pitch from Miller. It's a fastball, strike at the bottom of the zone. Miller, a 6'5" right-handed pitcher. Native of Mechanicsville, Maryland. So from the local area. Not a whole ton of guys on this team that are. The 0-1. Outside, ball 1, excuse me. 4-1, Giants in front. On Sunday, July 6th, the pitch, swinging a foul tip, strike 2. July 4th, a couple of days ago, that was Friday. Senators played yesterday, Saturday. They split a doubleheader on the road against the Grays. One of those was technically played as a home game, though 1-2. Backs them up, 2-2. Babayev, just an interesting college story. Played this year over at the College of San Mateo, the 2-2. Swings and rips it past Kraus. That's a fair ball into the corner. They're going to send everyone. Heads around third. He's coming home. Groen's throw to the plate. Not in time. Ball was out from Jax Nichols, who was unable to handle it. And a 3-run double for Aaron Babayev opens things wide open in the third. Giants in front 7-1. That was a hit that just snuck fair past Kraus into the right field corner. And now it's still 1 out. Bottom third, the pitch. Swinging a jam shot foul down the left side for Michael Quintiliano. He led things off with a single in this inning. Of course, came around to score. Now bats once more. The 0-1 backs him up, and it's away from Nichols. Babayev advances to third. He's in standing. So things really unraveling for the Senators in the bottom of 3. 7-1 Gaithersburg. Miller goes out of the windup. Infield in, the pitch. Swinging a pop fly back behind second base. On charge is Trock, who calls for it and makes the grab. Babayev forced to hold at third. And a nice running catch for Adam Trock, 2 down. Boy, Adam had to go a long way for that one, but showcasing the speed as he usually has to out in center. Logan Tribble was the everyday center fielder last season for the Senators. He's fast, but I think even he would tell you he's not as fast as Adam Trock. First pitch misses inside to Zach White, and that is exactly why the sophomore out of Duke is playing center field for Scott Middleton. He can really cover gap to gap. The 1-0, White swings and bounces it to third. It eats up Serwick a little bit, recovers, and guns down White to retire the side. So after giving up the 3-run double, Alan Miller able to quickly recover. It is 7-1 Giants after They put up a 7 spot in the third. Southern Maryland, they got to get some offense going if they've got any hopes of coming back today. We'll see if they can do so in the fourth inning.
Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority one.
First pitch to Danny Surwick. He swings and bounces a foul down the right side. Had some rain pregame at Criswell Automotive Field. It was super light, so it didn't affect this game in the slightest. Senators and Giants got underway at 4:02 p.m. Wind up and the pitch. Fastball inside. Left-handed hitting Danny Surwick. He's got 2 home runs this season. One of those came back on Monday. The pitch low and away, 2-1. That was a solo shot on Monday night against the Thunderbolts. Gave the Senators an early 1-0 lead. The 2-1. Ran in and got him. Danny Surwick hit on the right hand, and he's aboard first to lead things off in the fourth. Well, there's been no lack of offense in this contest. Senators and Giants. Southern Maryland's got 1 in the third inning before Giants answered with 7 in the bottom of 3. They were able to bat around the lineup. Got a huge 3-run double out of Aaron Babayev, who is the only man left stranded in the inning. Senators have left 4 on to this point. First pitch, Groen takes at the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Senators recently, they've left a lot of runners on board, especially in that first game against the Grays yesterday. The pitch waved at, strike 2. They left 12 on in that first contest with DC a day ago. Earlier in the season, they were really pumping the bats, scoring a ton of runs. Slowed down a little bit as of late, but they still got it in them. The 0-2 upstairs, ball 1. It's just all about getting games for the Senators where they put the pitching together at the same time as the hitting. 1-2, called strike 3. Groen set down looking, and there's out number 1 in the fourth. That's strikeout number 3 on the day for Brady Fox, who they've gotten a quality start from. Senators have made some pretty decent contact off of him. Only 1 run to show for it. First pitch, Alex Martin takes a strike. Martin as well was notable in that game back on Monday. Had an RBI single off the bench. The pitch, foul tip, strike two. So all of a sudden, Brady Fox working fast, working consistent. He's built the confidence, and this is his first start of the season with the Giants. In fact, first game he's played in all summer. Comes set, the 0-2. Upstairs, ball one. Fox has a set almost a little bit reminiscent of Clayton Kershaw. He holds the hands up high before then settling them back down at his belt. Look at first, the 1-2, up and away. One out, top four. Giants 7, Senators 1 on the Senators Baseball Network. Giants with 4 hits in that last inning, the 2-2. Swinging a pop-up left side of the infield. Shortstop Hentz calls for it and makes the grab, 2 down. So routine play for Cade Hentz at short. And that'll bring Cale Vinson to the right-handed batter's box. Had a walk in the third inning. These two teams pretty well acquainted with one another this season. Already the 5th meeting for the Giants and Senators. First pitch waved at, strike one. These two set to meet 6 times this season with the extended schedule. The 0-1. Swinging a pop-up foul by home. The change that the schedule did this season, it was 36 games a year ago. That meant that you played your in-division teams 6 times, and the out-of-division teams you would play 5 times. The 0-2. Swinging a foul tip, strike 3. So Brady Fox really putting it together. He strikes out 2 in the 4th inning. Turns it back over to the Giants' bats. 7-1. Gaithersburg in front. We had bottom 4 from Criswell Automotive.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. If you or your child is searching for a youth baseball team, you're looking in the right place. The Maryland Senators Elite Travel Baseball Team competes in tournaments and showcases around the country. Featuring teams from 8 to 18U, the Senators work hard to prepare players for the next level by teaching confidence, a winning attitude, and the importance of character by being a great student, teammate, and individual. Get more information by searching MarylandSenators.com, the place to be for travel baseball in Maryland.
Top of the order, due up in the 4th inning for Gaithersburg. They're in front 7-1 over the Senators. Southern Maryland first cracked the scoring column in the 3rd inning, and then the Giants responded in the bottom half with 7 runs. Really capped off by an Aaron Babayev 3-run double. First pitch, swing and a miss by Nate Houghton Henley. Had a single in the 1st inning, ultimately left stranded at 3rd after Mark Lubier did a good job to get out of things there. Wind and the pitch. Called strike at the bottom of the zone. This is still Alan Miller out of the bullpen for Mark Lubier. Walked home run, first batter he faced. The pitch, swinging a liner through the right side, base hit. Leadoff single for Houghton Henley in the 4th. And in steps the right-handed hitting Danny Orr, trying to keep things rolling offensively for the Giants. And when they've been able to win games, as we've talked about today, it has been largely in blowouts. Close games, they have really struggled. First pitch, Orr swings and jams one down the right side foul. Houghton Henley, he's got speed at first. 2 steals in this ball game. Check on him. He's back standing. No doubt that bottom of the third took some of the wind out of the sails of Southern Maryland. The pitch swung on and ripped into right center field. Groen is there, makes the catch. He'll throw behind Houghton Henley to first. He's back in safely. That's out number 1 in the bottom of 4, and a good one at that. And Andrew Holub trying to keep things going. First pitch is up and in. He's got to duck out of the way. Popped out to Serwick on the infield his first time up. Last inning able to work a walk. The pitch, runner goes. That's downstairs. New catcher into the ball game. That's Logan Quaid, giving him an opportunity and a chance for Jax Nichols to finally get at least a little bit of rest. Boy, has he had a tough last couple of days. I'll look back at second, the 2-0. Fastball strike.
Good job, Alan.
Quaid came on to the Senators a couple of days ago. Came up through the youth program, 2-1. Pitch misses upstairs. Runner goes to third. And no throw there from Logan Quaid. So 4 stolen bases in the contest for Nate Houghton Henley. Boy, has he been running. Infield moves in with a runner at third. 3-1. So on a line to the screen. Count full to Holub.
Go, Alan.
Wade finally getting a shot. The payoff pitch. Swinging a liner into center field. That's down in front of Truck. Houghton Henley will jog on home. And an RBI single for Andrew Holub in the 4th. One more added in the bottom of 4 for the Giants, and they are putting it to the Senators today. Left-handed hitting Colin Hughes back up. Reached on an error in the 3rd inning. The pitch down and in.
Go, Alan.
And that error really just felt like a deflating moment in that 3rd inning, and where things turned in the wrong direction. The 1-0. Swung on a foul back. Hughes been the designated hitter for a large part of this season.
Go, Alan.
Giants team that is 5-21 this year. The 1-1. Up and away, ball 2. They've had a number of good performers on the offensive end. Just not able day to day to put things together, and really getting close wins has been utterly important. The pitch outside, 3-1, because they've put up the runs to be able to get them close, especially even in high scoring games, yet they just haven't been able to push it over the edge in those close ones. Over the last week, they've lost 4 2-run games. The pitch, swinging a liner right at Vincent. He catches, throws on to first, and Holub was caught too far off. So a double play on a line out to end things in the fourth. Giants tack on one more. They're in front 8-1 over Southern Maryland. We go to the fifth inning after this. Senators and Giants on the Senators Baseball Network.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. In need of trash pickup service? Well, look no further than Evergreen Disposal. With over 2 generations of experience, a family-owned and operated business, Evergreen Disposal proudly serves Southern Maryland. The company is committed to customers and building community. They provide service to homeowners associations, individual houses, and commercial, construction, and industrial locations. Once you switch, you'll never look back. To start using Evergreen Disposal, go to evergreendisposal.com or call 240-468-6677. That's 240-468-6677 to change to a community-based organization. Evergreen Disposal.
Gaithersburg looking for a huge confidence-boosting win against the Southern Maryland Senators. Well, Southern Maryland, they've got something to say about that. Trying to come back with some offense. They've only scored 1 run to this point. It is 8-1, Giants in front. Top of the 5th inning. First pitch, Nick Flores takes a called strike at the knees. Britton Wilderson, new man on out of the bullpen. 6'2", right-handed pitcher. An incoming sophomore, thought he was a freshman. That one, Flores taps foul. Wilderson this season, a 3.0 ERA. He can go a long time. They got a great start today from Brady Fox. The pitch. Flores takes low. 1-2. All 3 times Wilderson has pitched, he has been in a starting role. Last start was way back on June 22nd against the T-Bolts. 1-2. Swinging a fly ball, medium deep left. Orr calls for it and makes the grab. 1 down. So after Brady Fox made a great start, it's a good beginning to things for Britton Wilderson. Senators will likely have some time to try to figure him out. Would expect he'll go a little while. First pitch outside, ball 1 to Adam Schrock. Left-handed hitting center fielder. 0 for 2 today. The pitch takes in at the belt, strike 1. Schrock had a big first game yesterday against the Grays. He was 2 for 2, couple of singles, walk and hit by pitch. This one is swung on and banged through the right side, base hit. 1 out, man aboard for the Senators in the 5th. And Adam Schrock, he's got exceptional speed. You better watch out for him. In comes Logan Tribble, right-handed hitter. Trock leads the team in steals. First pitch, dribble squares to bunt, lays it down in front of home. White fires on to first in time. Do that. So it does advance the runner, but that not necessarily the intention there for Tribble. He was trying to bunt for a base hit. He's done it a number of times this season. Just great reactions behind home plate from Zach White. Stephen Kraus for the third time this afternoon. Knocked in a run off in air by the second baseman Catiliano earlier. That pitch misses low and in. That's the sole run for the Senators that he drove home. Back in the third inning, and then the Giants answered with 7 in the bottom of 3. One more bottom of 4 for the Giants. This pitch swung on and ripped into the left center field gap, or is over there to put it away and retire the side. Senators leave one aboard after a one-out single from Adam Trock. We go bottom 5, Giants in front, 8-1. Back after this.
Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system. Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Surwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change.
And the battery now consists of 2 guys familiar with the Senators' youth program, Logan Quaid, the catcher, and Luke Emery on out of the bullpen for Scott Middleton. He's in to replace Alan Miller, who threw 1 2/3 out of the pen. First pitch, Rudisil takes low and outside, ball 1. Note on Logan Quaid, who's catching at the moment. Hadn't really caught much since high school, but Scott Middleton needed him to. The pitch in there at the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Quaid will likely the rest of the season be a pitcher for the Senators. Just waiting until they get back Chet Bowling, the 1-1, swinging a foul to the screen. It'll just be huge to give some off days to Jax Nichols once the Senators are able to get Chet Bowling back. Thankful to give Nichols essentially an off day here. The 1-2 up and in. Not though as fortunate with how it had to happen. Senators trail 8-1, bottom of the 5th inning. Giants pushed across 7 back in the 3rd inning. Added on one more in the 4th. 2-2. Swinging a pop-up behind home, out of play. They've got a super high screen back behind home plate here at Criswell Automotive Field. Makes it nearly impossible to hit anything into the parking lot. The 2-2 is swung on and bounced to first. Phillips gloves, runs over to first, and steps on the bag in time for out number 1. Well, Phillips had to go longer, I think probably than he expected to have to, but he's able to retire and set down Bryce Rudisill. He's among some of the defensive changes for Scott Middleton. MJ Phillips taking over to play first. Calvin Cook taking over at shortstop. Here's the pitch, swung on and bounced to third. Sarwick gloves, slides to his left, and guns down, hence 2 down. So quick 2 outs for Luke Emery out of the bullpen. Outfield stays the same as it started for Scott Middleton. Left to right, Tribble, Trock, Groen. And Aaron Babayev back up, ripped a clutch 3-run double in the 3rd. First pitch, he takes a strike at the knees.
Go here, Luke.
This is lefty on lefty to Babayev. Luke Emery lives about a 50-minute drive away from the Senators' home ballpark, the 0-1 in the dirt. It's tough traveling for the Senators to get up to these north teams, hence the rough road record for Southern Maryland this season. The pitch, down low. 5-7 away from Regency Furniture Stadium, but they are 9-3 at home. Kind of working in the reverse direction where when other teams got to play Southern Maryland, the 2-1, swinging a bouncer to first and it eats up Phillips into right field. Skipped off his right forearm. He was unable to handle it. It was a hot shot on the ground from Babayev, and he reaches once more. And Aiden Marino, he's on as a pinch hitter for Michael Quintiliano. First pitch misses in the dirt, ball 1. It's been dominating so far for the Giants. The pitch, fastball outside, 2-0.
Hey, let's go, Luke.
2 outs, bottom 5. Senators and Giants. Gaithersburg in front 8-1. Pitch, runner goes. It's inside, no throw from Quaid. Giants have run all over the Senators, but at this point it's largely because the Senators aren't too worried about it. That pitch misses low and into Marino, and he's able to work a walk. Runners at the corners, and there's 2 outs in the inning for Zach White. Well, all things told, the Senators haven't walked a ton today. That may be the silver lining you can find in this contest. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. The pitch. Quintiliano goes. Excuse me, that's Marino. It's fouled back. 1-1. Marino took over for Quintiliano, who was playing second. We'll see if there's any shuffling defensively or if indeed Marino will take over at second base. Left-hander fires. Runners off once more. Pitches in at the bottom of the zone. No throw to second. So 2 men in scoring position for Zach White. Here it comes. White swings and misses.
Good job. Nice job, Luke.
So big punch out for Luke Emery to keep him scoreless in the fifth. Giants 8, Senators 1 on the Senators Baseball Network.
A warm, sunny afternoon, hot dog in hand, water in the other, watching a baseball game. What's better than that? Well, not much. If you want to make that fantasy a reality, you can check out the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Founded in 2006, the Blue Crabs are part of the Atlantic League of Professional Baseball. Search SOMDBlueCrabs.com to get tickets today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Southern Maryland's only pro sports team. Thermal Comfort provides heating and air conditioning for newly constructed custom homes in Northern Virginia and select areas in Maryland. They service all systems, operational or non-operational, while providing free estimates for new systems. Go to thermalcomfortllc.com and choose the easier way to upgrade your heating and cooling system.
Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Blowing towards right field. And Logan Quaid will lead things off. First pitch swinging and bounces it back to the pitcher, Wilderson, who will underhand flip to first. And that's out number 1 in the 6th. Boy, wind really picking up. We had a little bit of rain come through pregame. That didn't affect things at all. It was really light rain, just a couple of drizzles. Just felt a drizzle a moment ago, but it stopped from what I can tell. Steps the left-handed hitting Danny Surwick. He takes a fastball strike at the top of the zone. So Britton Wilderson having quite the performance out of the bullpen. The pitch outside, ball 1. Adam Trock got a single off him in the 5th inning. Other than that, Senators were blanked, unable to score in that 5th. Great start as well from Fox. The pitch checks the swing and takes a fastball strike. One and two with one out. At top of the 6th inning, the pitch upstairs. Easy take that time for Surwick. He's blasted 2 homers this season. Tied for the team lead with a man on the on-deck circle, Carter Groen. Here's the pitch. Outside, and he walked him. So Danny Surwick able to reach. There's a man on with 1 out for Carter Groen. Well, if the Senators were in any way able to make a comeback in this contest, first pitch swinging, Groen pops it in the air, left field, or plenty of time. Medium deep, he makes the shoulder high grab for the 2nd out of the inning. So Groen hits one a mile into the air, but it is a fly out to left, and there's 2 down in the 6th. This is the designated hitter, Alex Martin. He's played some right field, played some third base. Utility guy. First pitch, he takes a strike at the top of the zone. Just a luxury to add Martin onto this team after you were really hurting from losing Kai Queen due to injury. The 0-1. Swinging a roller to the third baseman, backhanded by Rudisil. Weak throw to first. In time. Pretty play. Bryce Rudisil's played one heck of a third today. Senators leave one stranded in the sixth on a quick inning for Britton Wilderson. Giants 8, Senators 1 on the Senators Baseball Network. We're back with more Luke Emery after this short break.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. If you want to stay up to date with all things Senators, follow the collegiate team's social media accounts. You can follow the team at Southern MD Senators on Instagram or Go SOMD Senators on X to keep up with the team. You'll get score updates, final score graphics, access to articles, and so much more. Go check out the Senators on social media and don't miss a moment this season.
Well, the games that Gaithersburg has won this season, they have been able to blow out opposing teams, and it is largely what they're doing to this point against the Senators. Gaithersburg in front 8-1 as we go bottom 6th. First pitch, wave and a miss for Nate Houghton-Henley. Led things off in that 4th inning where he singled, stole a couple of bases, then was knocked in by Andrew Holub. Giants left 2 aboard in the 5th. That pitch misses way outside. 1-1. So an 8-1 lead for the Giants. Was talking about some of the keys pregame to the Senators head coach. That's Scott Middleton. The pitch upstairs, ball 2. I asked him earlier before the game. He didn't seem to exactly have an answer. The 2-1. Up high, ball 3. In terms of whether the Senators, winning 2 of their last 3 after dropping 5 in a row, whether it was a confidence thing, getting days off, the 3-1. In there, strike 2. I was just trying to get an understanding for what he could attribute those 2 of the last 3 wins after they had lost those 5 games. Payoff pitch. Soft liner foul down the right side. And there's a big part of this team that it's just consistency. When they've had the consistency like they did earlier in the season, 3-2, popped in the air. Foul, first base side, over chases Phillips, and it'll find the grass out of play. So it lands innocently as a foul ball. No outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Senators and Giants. Southern Maryland, they were having a good time pregame in the dugout. The 3-2. Upstairs, he walked them.
Defensive change for the Senators now in center field. Dawson Small.
Dawson Smale taking over in center field for Adam Truck. Boy, there was an interesting story with Smale yesterday. First pitch is a check swing strike to Danny Orr. And with Smale yesterday, it was the first contest against the Grays. The pitch, runner goes, misses outside, throw down to second. It kicks off the edge of the infield grass and over the head of Vincent. Thankfully, Nick Flores backing up, so only getting second there is Houghton Henley. He's got 5 steals in this game. He's been able to steal any base he wants, it feels like. The pitch swung on and grounded to third. Zerwick gloves, delivers to first. It's picked out by Phillips, 1 away. Houghton Henley was going on the pitch, so he gets easily to third, but there's 1 out in the bottom of 6. So about Smale, in the 5th inning, he hit an RBI single for the Senators. That was taken off the board, and he was recorded as an out because he was using an illegal bat. The pitch outside, ball 1. It was ruled that the pine tar was too high up on the bat. Got to look afterwards. Yep, made sense. The 1-0 swinging a pop-up out of play. The 1-1. Swing and a bouncer through the left side, base hit. Houghton Henley walks in, and that's an RBI single for Andrew Holub. Second one of the afternoon. Knocked an insurance run back in the 4th inning. Does exactly that once more in the 6th. 9-1, Giants in front. And this brings Colin Hughes to the plate. Check on the runner. Back standing goes Holub. Yeah, and that really put the Senators in a bad position yesterday with the illegal bat. That first pitch is fouled to the screen. Senators were really threatening in that contest. That single, as I mentioned, knocked in a run, but then because of the rolling on that play, there was then 2 outs in the inning, and the Senators were scoreless there. The 0-1, low and outside. Senators, in the end, were walked off by the Grays, who came through in the 7th inning. Those 2 7-inning games against D.C. yesterday. They were split, the 1-1, downstairs. One out, bottom 6, the pitch. Check swing outside, ball 3. All the Giants have had great offense today. Fueled by 9 runs. That pitch is up and in. Second walk this inning. Only man he's retired was Danny Orr. That was the second man to bat this inning. And in steps Bryce Rudisil. He has had one heck of a defensive effort today. Made plenty of good plays at third base. First pitch, he takes low, ball 1. Some very ominous looking clouds out over right field. Live from Criswell Automotive Field. There it is. That pitch is swung on and bounced the first baseman. Backhanded by Phillips. It is ruled a foul ball. Glad you can join us right here on the Senators Baseball Network. Had some troubles getting up yesterday. We once again apologize for that. It's not the best of internet connection over there at Woodbridge High School. Today, much better.
The 1-1. Swung on and lifted behind home into the netting. It's kind of an interesting setup because they've got the netting so high, it's impossible to really hit anything out of here in terms of foul balls. It's going to get out of the field of play, so it then kind of rolls along the netting oftentimes. We'll go towards the first and third base dugouts. The pitch swung on and blasted deep into right field. Back goes Groen. It is over his head and off the base of the wall. 1 run will score. They send Rudisill. No, he'll get the stop sign. And that's an RBI double. For Bryce Rudisill. Knocks in Holub. Hughes will have to hold that third. So Bryce Rudisill putting together one heck of a game. An RBI single in the third, and then now laces a big double in the sixth. 10-1 Giants. First pitch to Cade Hentz. He takes upstairs, ball 1. And at this point, you got to think front of mind for Scott Middleton is trying to limit the number of pitchers he uses. Down 9 runs now, the 1-0. Swinging a liner right past Cook at short. It's off his foot and into the outfield. Rudisill around third. He'll come in and score. 2 runs home on the play. And it was a tough one for Cook to handle. Kind of ate him up a little bit. Kicks off his foot, and because of that, went into shallow left field, which maybe made it even harder for the outfielders. And with a 12-1 lead, out comes Scott Middleton. Looks like maybe he's seen enough from Luke Emery, and indeed he has. That'll do it for Luke Emery today. Came on out of the bullpen. His job, just try to limit the runs as much as he can. Did so in the 5th, but in the 6th, Gaithersburg started seeing him well, and that will do it on the day for Luke Emery. Dawson Weatherald on out of the pen. We'll tell you more about him after this short break on the Senators Baseball Network. Giants 12, Senators 1.
Whether you're a player or aspire to work a job in sports, the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League is the right place for you. With over 250 players each year, the Cal Ripken League helps showcase talent in a competitive environment. If you're seeking a job in sports, the Cal Ripken League offers media and photography internships. To learn more, visit calripkenleague.org today. Need industry-leading equipment for leaf blowers, lawnmowers, boat trailers, and more? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Need maintenance or repair on equipment? Guy Brothers Marine can help. Family owned and operated, they take pride in everything they do. They have a reputation for fixing what others can't. For more on equipment and repair, check out GuyBrothersMarine.com today. Guy Brothers Marine. Their commitment to serving customers is priority 1.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. So Aaron Babayev up to the plate.
Steps into the left-handed batter's box with a man aboard first. That is Cade Hentz, who knocked in 2 runs after what will go down as an error by Calvin Cook. Throw down to second is not in time. That pitch missed upstairs for Dawson Weatherald. He's the new man out of the pen for Scott Middleton. 2nd season with the team. He's largely been a strike thrower this season. Been recently used in longer situations. The pitch. Fastball outside, 2-0. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. The Giants have already scored 4 here. They got 7 back in the 3rd inning, 1 in the 4th. Look back at 2nd, 2-0. Inside, ball 3. Well, this has been a tough one today for the Senators. And all Gaithersburg to this point. Dawson Weatherald has made 7 appearances, 8 1/3. The pitch in there, strike 1. Boy, Babave didn't move at all, taking the whole way. Weatherald a closed stance, and now is 3-1. Misses low. That's ball 4. The 8th man to hit in this inning, and it is Aiden Marino. He batted in the 5th inning for Michael Quintiliano. Quintiliano actually led off that 3rd inning where the Giants scored 7 runs and batted around. The pitch misses in. Runners go. Throw down to 3rd is not in time. Henson safely to 3rd. Babayev follows him to 2nd. Now still with only 1 out. Infield is called in. The pitch. Swinging a liner right at Surwick. He makes a nice snag for out number 2. Had to bend down a little bit. Nice grab. Lively movements at the hot corner. Feels like Surwick has been much improved today as far as playing 3rd base defensively goes. First pitch to Zach White takes it in the dirt. Ball 1. Logan Quaid able to make a nice block to save a run. Final man to bat in this inning, Zach White. That's upstairs, 2-0. White, one of the 2 guys that got to bat twice in the 3rd inning for the Giants. Had a single. The pitch popped in the air behind home plate. Foul. Boy, that netting behind home plate, it's got to go, I don't know, 60 feet into the air. You've got it way high up there. The pitch, low and inside. 3-1. Big emphasis for Dawson Weatherald has been pumping strikes. The 3-1. Swinging a high chopper to 3rd. Surwick glove slides to his left and throws out White for the 3rd out of the inning. Dawson Weatherald doesn't give up a run out of the bullpen. Does what he needs to do. We head to the 7th inning. Southern Maryland trails 12-1 against the Gaithersburg Giants, who has put it all on the Senators today. We're back for the 7th after this break.
Want to help the Senators? You can help fuel the team and carry them to victory by becoming a game day meal sponsor. For $250, you provide a pregame meal for the Senators players and staff. If you sign up, you'll receive 4 season passes to home games, a game time announcement, along with commercials on all Southern Maryland Senators broadcasts throughout the season. Both corporate and private donors are welcome. To sign up today, contact info@somdsenators.com. The newest addition to the Senators family is the Maryland Lady Senators softball team. With an 18U team forming, 14U and 10U teams, the Lady Senators coaches and staff strive to help players reach their fullest potential both on and off the field. With the team just finishing their second
Well, Britton Wilderson hadn't pitched into him. He was doing just fine. Threw 2 innings out of the bullpen for the Giants. Didn't give up a run. Only 1 hit. New arm in for Gaithersburg. First pitch is upstairs to start off Cale Vincent. Ray Hugh, the new man on out of the pen for Gaithersburg. The pitch. Swinging a fly ball into shallow center field. Back to the second baseman. That's Marino who makes the grab. 1 away. Marino came on earlier for the starter, Gintiliano. So this is the first at-bat for Calvin Cook. Came on as a defensive replacement for Nick Flores. They also got a defensive replacement for Adam Trock and Dawson Smale. First pitch misses in the dirt, ball 1. Scott Middleton trying to give those guys maybe as much of an off day as possible. The 1-0 misses in the dirt. Southern Maryland had a grueling doubleheader yesterday in which they had to fight for every part. Lost the first game 3-4. Won the second 1-0 after they were no hit. 2-0. Fastball strike. Big thing for the Senators, just trying to get the offense where it was earlier in the season. Been a little slow recently. 1 run in this game. The 2-1. Swung on and lifted. Deep out to left field. Orr goes back and makes the grab. 2 down. So a quality swing from Calvin Cook, but he flies out to left field as Nick Flores in that one spot did his last time up. This is Dawson Smale's first opportunity at the plate. He replaced Adam Trock defensively. First pitch he takes in the dirt, ball 1. We were telling you earlier about the interesting story with Smale, how he was called out for the pine tar yesterday, being up too high on the bat. It was ruled he was using an illegal bat because of that. That pitch is low and inside. The 2-0 upstairs. Ball 3. Ray Hugh, a 6'1" right-handed pitcher from Potomac, Maryland. Remember local guys on this Giants team, the 3-1. Smale never takes the bat off the shoulder, and he's got a 4-pitch walk. Smale with some speed as well, so you better watch out for him. At this point, Senators just trying to get any offense they can. In comes Logan Tribble to the right-handed batter's box. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer up the middle. Takes a tough hop on the shortstop Hentz, who flips to second and ends the inning. Giants have played some great defense this afternoon, and they've really backed it up with the bats. We go bottom 7, Giants 12, Senators 1.
Seeking investment management help? Well, look no further than GDS Investments. With over 20 years of experience, Glenn Surwick has the knowledge and experience to help you make informed investment decisions. The company maintains full transparency, allowing you to view your account activity at any time so there are no delays or surprises. Go to gdsinvestments.com today to learn more. GDS Investments, there to guide you when the winds change. Eternal Couture Sports makes your design ideas come to life. From sports uniforms to vehicle lettering, custom t-shirts, yard signs, and more, EC Sports has you covered. They're ready to suggest new design ideas for your company logo, team uniforms, or personal apparel. Based in Waldorf, Maryland, EC Sports is here to match your design needs. To learn more, visit ecsportsdmv.net today.
Well, the Giants have really put it on the Senators this afternoon. 12-1, Gaithersburg leads. We go bottom 7. Top of the order in Nate Houghton Henley. First pitch, takes low and outside, ball 1. Dawson Weatherald still in the contest after he came on last inning for Luke Emery. That pitch misses low, 2-0. Limited the damage in that 6. Didn't give up a run himself. From the belt, the pitch. Houghton Henley takes upstairs.
Hey, let's go, Dawson.
Weatherald steps off the mound, takes a deep breath. Now he's ready with the pitch. Inside, ball 4. So quick walk for Houghton Henley there.
Hey, let's go, Dawson.
And you would wonder if at any point there's any consideration to throw some of the fielders Scott Middleton has that have the ability to pitch later in this game when Weatherald is ultimately too tired. That pitch is swung on and belted high in the air, left center field. Goodbye. Danny Orr with a 2-run blast in the 7th sends it over the left center field wall. And that will do it. We have reached the mercy rule. 12 runs after 7 innings, and we were in the bottom of the 7th. So, that will do it for today. Mercy rule victory for the Gaithersburg Giants. 14-1, your final on a run rule win. Well, just not the Senators' day. They'll be back at it tomorrow at home against the Olney Crop Dusters. That will do it for this contest. Senators and Giants. Gaithersburg victorious 14-1. Got the bats going in the 3rd inning where they scored 7. One more in the 4th. Got 4 in the 6th inning and then added on 2 more for the run rule win. Giants victorious at home. They defend their home turf and move to 6-21 on the season. Senators 14-11. Just didn't have their ace stuff today. Hoping to hop right back on things against the Crop Dusters. Trying not to get into a slide like they did. Dropping 7 of 10 after that loss to the Aces a couple of weeks back. Trying to jumpstart things tomorrow against the Crop Dusters. That'll be what they have to do to try to build some momentum as we inch closer and closer toward playoff time. 25 of 40 games into the season, and this one in the books. 14-11 Senators. After that loss today, they lost 14-1 on the road against the Gaithersburg Giants. With that, we say so long. Cody Wagner on the road from Gaithersburg. We will join you once again tomorrow evening for the Crop Dusters and Senators, we will have a video presentation from Regency Furniture Stadium. Until then, I'm Cody Wagner signing off. Have a great rest of your evening, folks.